Hey everybody, I thought I would hop on here and do a quick live video. I wanted to touch base with our growing audience, and I wanted to talk a little bit right now about the importance of self-care for the provider, because we cannot be great therapists unless we take great care of ourselves. So this is a really important topic that I am super passionate about, and I think it is something that often goes overlooked, especially in the field of social work or psychology or therapy, because people just want to give, and we can't keep giving without replenishing. So when we talk about self-care, in my opinion, there are 5 important pillars. And this is something you can go over with your clients, no matter where you are in your practice building. But it's super important that we take the time to do this. So we want to focus on our sleep. We want to make sure we're getting enough sleep, that it's quality sleep, that we're going to bed at the right time, and that we're feeling really rested and rejuvenated. If we're having trouble falling asleep or staying asleep, those are things we deserve to tackle. The second pillar I always talk about is drinking enough water, especially at this time of year. I am reporting in here from Michigan, where it's getting really cold and really dry, and if we don't continue to hydrate, we can be in trouble. So making sure that we are drinking plenty of water, starting our day with a big glass of water is super important, but hydrating all day long, really important for maintaining good self-care and good health. The other thing we always look at is nutrition. So as a busy psychotherapist in private practice, there are a lot of times when you only have like 2 minutes between sessions. And so that's why I always have a piece of fruit that's really close to my notes and my desk. So between sessions, I can grab that. I also am like a squirrel. I always have a little storage of nuts here. We love Trader Joe's down the street, and I always get a bunch of nuts, and I have those ready. So I have healthy snacks available when I'm just dying for a quick bite between sessions. But eating clean, batch cooking on the weekends, trying to prepare ahead is super important. I'm a big proponent of that. My mom was a nutritionist, and I married a chef. So food is a big part of my life. So we covered sleep, hydration, nutrition, of course, exercise. So making sure that the healthy therapist is always taking really good care of him or herself first, and making sure that exercise is a big important part of your life, even if it's just movement every day, as a really simple concept. So I would love to hear how you access that. And the last piece that I think is sometimes overlooked is socialization, recreation, leisure, and fun. And I think it's really important that we take the time to have healthy outlets for our own stress. It's very hard to hold space for people all day long as a successful therapist if you're not able to maintain and manage your own stress and your own outlets for stress in a super healthy way. So hey Erin, hey Teresa, and hey Kelly, thanks for hopping on here. I would love to hear more about what kinds of self-care challenges you have. And as we're approaching the new decade, 2020 is right around the corner. It's a good time to kind of reboot those goals. So I would love to chat more with you about that. Feel free to drop something. Hey Diane, a message here. If anyone has questions right now, or you want to be brave and share what your own self-care challenges are, maybe we can brainstorm this together. So I'm going to give it a minute. If anybody has a question, I have a few minutes. I had a cancellation right now, so I have a little bit of time free, and I thought I would hop on here and just dive into the importance of self-care. I know for me personally, one of the hardest things is to make time for exercise consistently. But recently, I actually started doing the Couch to 5K running program again. And I really love that because it's 3 times a week for 30 minutes each time. It's a perfect metric. You can just hop on, hop off. You do your quick program. There's an app for it, and it keeps my body moving, and it gets my heart rate up. And I don't know if you guys know this, but it's also important to tell your clients that I've seen some research studies that say that 3 times a week of doing vigorous cardiovascular exercise can be as effective as a low-dose antidepressant. So that's kind of a good metric, I think, for a lot of our folks. So exercise seems to be a challenge for most people, but I would love to hear more about what some of your challenges might be. and drop in a comment, and we'll start brainstorming on how we take impeccable care of ourselves, because it's hard to be a thriving therapist if you're not thriving in your own self-care.